So I know I missed month 8 and month 9, so I'm gonna come to you and give you all the information in one on both. I had some things medically go on that prevented me from doing that, so I'll discuss that a little bit as well. So let's just get started with month 8. So month 8 included Christmas. So I know, holidays kind of want to go crazy, eat snacks that you're not supposed to. I tried my best to stay away from it, but I did have relatives in. I had my cousin and her fiance, and then my mom and brother. And my mom made pumpkin bars that were to die for. So I ate a lot of pumpkin bars over the holidays. I did stay consistent with what I had for my meals. I ate keto, for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner, and even on Christmas Day. I had the same thing that I had for Thanksgiving, which was ham, greens. I had greens this time instead of green beans. Ham, greens, and 7-layer salad is all I had. And then getting back to the bad stuff, I made some cheesecake dip again for them, and I had that a few times. And I think the thing that really did me in is alcohol. We would play party games and drink, probably for the Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then the day after. We were having some kind of alcohol. So I think that really did me in, and I had gained, let me go back. On the 26th, which was my anniversary for 8 months, I actually got down to my goal of 50 pounds. So I had lost, and I was down 50 pounds. From eating the pumpkin bars and stuff like that from that day forth until about the 28th, I gained 7.5 pounds within 3 days. So I went back strict keto, and I ended up losing the 7.5 pounds in 5 days. So I was pretty happy about that. But we had another issue after that. So on 28th, actually, I got sick. I don't know if it was some weird kind of cold. I didn't feel sick. I just didn't have a voice. Had no voice and a sore throat for, says here, sorry, I'm looking at my notes, until January 4th. So January 4th. I was sick, but during that time I was still able to lose that 7.5 pounds. So for month 8, including losing and gaining, I was 50 pounds down. Okay, moving on to month 9. Sorry, these glasses keep falling, but I need to get them tightened. My face is so small now, they don't stay up. But I needed to be able to read my little notes here. Alright, so month 9. So like I said, I was sick until January 4th. But during that time, I think on the 1st, January 1st, I started getting really, really intense pain in my lower pelvic area on the right side. I was pretty much in the bed. Couldn't stand up straight to walk. I was kind of hoping, it would go away. I'm stubborn when it comes to doctors. So I went and saw my doctor, my gynecologist, because I figured it was something with that. Went to go see my gynecologist on January, hold on, let me check. My bad. Went too far back on the calendar. Okay. So I made an appointment on January 2nd. They were able to get me in on January 5th, which was a Friday. I went in to see him. He wasn't quite sure what was going on, sent me to get ultrasound. They didn't have any ultrasound techs available that day. Got an ultrasound at another location on that Friday, and I was to go see him again on Monday for the results. So I went to him on Monday, got the results, and he found that I had 2 cysts on my ovary. I only have 1 ovary, 1 tube left. That's all that's there. Everything else was removed. a couple years ago. I have 2 cysts there, but he couldn't figure out what was really causing the intense pain that I was having. So he basically dismissed it, sent me away, told me to wait until I hit menopause in 10 to 15 years. Yeah. So I'm still in pain, can't walk, can't do it, can't take care of the family, nothing. So I deal with that another day, and I talked to my boss, actually, love her to death. She was like, you need to get a second opinion. You really need to get a second opinion. So I went and called my friend who had just had a hysterectomy a few months back and asked her who her doctor was. And I called her doctor on, that would have been Wednesday. So I called her doctor on that Wednesday, and I told him what was going on, and he was like, you shouldn't be in pain like this. We need to get you in immediately. They got me in on Thursday. I go to him on Thursday. They do another ultrasound, and then they find a cyst that is bleeding. So it's not leaking blood, but it's filled with blood. And he also did something, and it had me almost jump off the table. And he ended up saying that he believes there's scar tissue in there that is pulling on the ovary and as well as the blood-filled cyst, and I had to go into surgery that next morning. So went to go see him on a Thursday, was having surgery on Friday. They ended up finding that my whole tube and ovary was connected to my pelvic floor with scar tissue. They had to remove that, and they cauterized the cyst, and I woke up with that pain being gone. The only pain I had was from the actual surgery. The pain was gone. I was able to walk. After a week, I was pretty much back to myself. And after 2 weeks, totally fine, doing great. But during those times, from the beginning time of me feeling the pain up until surgery, until a couple days after surgery, I was comforting myself with stuff that I wanted. So I was pretty much still eating keto, but I would have popcorn one night because I was laying in bed and I really couldn't do anything, and I asked Kevin to bring me popcorn. So I had popcorn. There was one night that I had a couple donut bites. There was one night that I had chocolate chip cookies. It was 2 chocolate chip cookies. And I kept eating candy canes like crazy. We had candy canes still left from the tree. So I'd eat a candy cane probably a day. And from all of that, by the time I hit my 9 month, which was January 26th, January 26th, I had gained 5.9 pounds. So I was at 245.9 pounds, and that was the first time I ever gained for this diet. So I tried my best to try to lose the weight like I did with the Christmas gain, and nothing was happening. Nothing. I would just stay where I'm at. I actually got down to 245.4. Woohoo! So that's where I was at. That's where I was at, because I actually recorded another video, which I will post after this, and I decided to do a 24-hour fast. So you'll have to look it up on stuff on fast. It's just a lot for me to go over now, but there are a lot of benefits to doing that, especially when you're fat adapted. I would not try it if you're not fat adapted. Otherwise, you'll be probably passing out somewhere. But the whole point of the fast is to live off of the fats at your fat stores. So the fat that is in your body already. So when you fast, you're automatically going to just start burning fat. So that'll be my next video. But for 9 months, I am at 245.9. So I finally gained for the first time. And it was all my fault. Oh, I forgot what was included in that. On the day I found out that I was at that weight. Actually, no. Let me read my notes right. Sorry. Rewind. Go back. On my 9 month, I was 250. I still lost 250. I was still weighing 241 pounds. I was exactly 50 pounds, so I hadn't lost a thing at 9 months. That day, I went out and I had a half a Whopper and I had a small Five Guys fries. I don't know why I decided to just do that, but it was good. But that's where the weight came from. After I had that, the next day I was up 5.9 pounds. And then from that point, I was trying to lose it. Today is February 3rd. Like I said, I just did the fast, so you'll find out about that. So as of yesterday, I was 245.4 pounds. So I hadn't lost anything, even going back strict keto. So now, I could say, watch this next video. You can see what happened with the fast. And if you have any questions, please let me know on my Facebook page, Thick and Fitness. You can write me here in the comments below. I'm here, so ask your questions. Thanks, guys. Bye.